So last year I made a wedding dress, a 3-in-1 bow wedding dress for my final project in fashion school in 4 days. I made a wedding dress that went viral, and it took me 4 days to make that wedding dress, and it went viral and took me from about 10 to 20,000 followers on Instagram to over 70,000 followers on Instagram now. So in this video I'll be giving you a rundown. I'll be telling you how I made my viral wedding dress in 4 days. I'll be putting you through the process, the creative process, from the inspiration to the lights and everything. Yes, there was lights in the dress. I think that was the detail that kind of made it go viral. So I'll be telling you everything about how I made that dress in 4 days. If it's something you're interested in, keep watching this video and I'm going to share all the deets to you. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another video. My name is Lola Oluwashisi and this is my channel, Everything Lola, where I talk about fashion, lifestyle and everything in between. I also have a sewing channel where I drop strictly sewing tutorials. Lola Oluwashisi is the channel name. You can scroll down this channel and you will see the other channel. If you're interested, you can hit that subscribe button and join the family. So in this video, like I said before, I'm going to be telling you from start to finish how I made my wedding dress, how I made my final fashion school project of a wedding dress with lights that went viral last year. So let's get into the video without wasting any time. I'm going to be gisting you right from the inspiration to the creative process of that dress. So I went to fashion school last year. So many people know this because that was how my I don't want to say my fashion journey started. I've been sewing for quite a while, but I went for an advanced class, and that was, I took people through, took them through my journey in fashion school, and that was what kind of brought people, brought subscribers, brought followers towards me. So now, the dress I made, I'm just going to be showing you videos on the screen. You're going to be seeing videos of the dress. I made a 3-in-1 dress, a 3-in-1 wedding dress that can serve as a wedding dress, that can serve as a reception dress, and can also serve as an after party dress, all 3 in 1. And this dress had lights. So now when I was in fashion school, the way it goes in fashion school, I don't know about other fashion schools, but my fashion school, you do classworks and you do assignments. So once they teach you something, you have to do an assignment for that. So we went from basic bodice tops to corset tops to trousers to dresses to bridal dresses, that's bridesmaid dresses, and then we went to the final stage, which was the wedding dress. So we had to start, so the rule or the way it goes is that you have to start thinking about your final project from when you step into fashion school. That's how it is. So they're not expecting you to just bring out a design from out of nowhere, but you have to start thinking about your creative process right from week 1. And for my set, then they gave us this mandatory rule. They said your final project has to be something from you. Now I knew that I wanted to do something that I would think of when I thought of myself, but I didn't have any idea in week 1 what I wanted to do. And then as the weeks progressed, I knew we had to do a wedding dress. It wasn't something that we had to choose. It had to be a wedding dress, but then you can choose your style and what you want to do. You can play around what you want to do with your wedding dress, but it had to be a wedding dress. Now, I knew I wanted my wedding dress to have lights in it, but I did not know how I wanted to execute it. Now, so the way it was going to be, you go to meet your teacher and tell her, just run your creative process through by her. She lets you know what she thinks, she lets you know how to make possible and things like that. So I went to meet my teacher, my tutor then. I told her, I want to make a 3-in-1 wedding dress. No, I didn't even know I wanted to be 3-in-1 at this point. I just told her I want to make a wedding dress and I wanted to have lights inside. And then we looked at each other and we started laughing. We started laughing because it was like, lights from where? So before I went to meet her, I had already gone online to search for, so I did not particularly see any wedding dress with lights or see any inspiration for wedding dress with lights, but I had seen dresses with lights. I had seen all these princess dresses, all these cosplay dresses, Snow White dresses, you know what I'm talking about, with lights, but I had not really seen a wedding dress with lights. But I knew it was possible because it was a ball dress and lights could go under, but I didn't just know how to execute it. So I went online to check how to make dresses, how to make ball dresses with lights, and I saw so many things because Google is your friend. You literally say anything you're looking for on Google. I saw so many things. I saw that the only possible way, or the possible way at that time, was to get a fiber optic fabric. I don't know, I'm sure you know about it, but if you don't know about it, you can check what a fiber optic fabric is. So it's a fabric that kind of comes with light. It comes with all the wiring and everything, and then you can use it for your ball dress, and there's a way they do the whole connection, but it comes with light and it is very expensive. And as of last year, when I checked how much for a yard of fiber optic fabric, it was over $100. For those of you that don't know, I'm in Nigerian, and $100 is actually a lot in Nigerian currency. So I was thinking, and if you want to make a ball dress, you have to use, at least for what I wanted to make, I needed at least, if I don't buy a lot, at least 10 yards. And 10 yards of fiber optic fabric, you know how much that would be heading to. So I knew that fiber optic fabric was not an option for me. But I just spoke to my tutor to know if maybe there were other ideas, and she kept laughing because we did not know how we wanted to do it, but we just knew that it was going to be done. Now, I remember also telling my neighbor that I was going to make my final project a wedding dress, and it was going to have light, and it was like, if you can pull it off, it will be mad though. But I told him, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I know I'm going to do it. So what I did after speaking to my tutor, she just told me to, okay, I can go to you see all these stores in the market where they sell lights, just talk to them and see what they come up, see what they can tell me. And I said, okay, I was going to do that. So, but before then, I needed to know the kind of fabric I was going to use and everything I would use. So she just gave me a rundown of what I had to buy for a ball dress. And now she told me I should make sure if I'm getting any fabric, it has to be a good quality fabric. That's one thing I appreciate my fashion school for. They made sure they always hammered on getting quality fabrics, and that has kind of built me, or it kind of gave me this path. Like, I can literally not comfortably work with a bad fabric. So I had to learn how to know quality fabric. I had to learn how to distinguish between good and bad fabrics. And yes, I'm very, very grateful for my tutor. I'm grateful for my fashion school till today because of that one thing. So the whole process was, the first thing you need to do is you sketch out what you want to make for your final project, and then you take it, we had to take it to our the creative director of the school, and should either approve or disapprove your sketch. Some sketches were approved, some sketches were disapproved. When you sketch out, you have to also get a sample of the fabric, either physically or pictures of the sample of the fabrics you want to use. So I had to go to the market. The first market run I did was to just check out suitable fabric. I had already sketched what I wanted. I knew what I wanted already, so I just had to find suitable fabrics. I knew what I wanted had to have like glitz and glam at the upper part, but the lower part had to be kind of plain so that the lights can have, like, I don't know if you get what I mean, the lights can speak for itself. So I had to go to the market, I had to source what kind of fabric I wanted. I just took pictures. I didn't buy any fabric because I didn't know if she was going to approve or not. So I just took pictures, and then she approved my sketches, she approved my illustration, and approved my fabrics. So I had to start work. But now the thing is, I made this dress in 4 days. I know it's a bit unbelievable, but if you know me from my Instagram, you'll know that it is possible for me. So I made this dress in 4 days, and the reason was, so after she had approved my fabrics, there was something happened, because I did not now see the fabric I wanted. I had taken pictures of anymore. So it was a big hassle for me. I had to start like resourcing for fabric, so it took a lot of time, and then I had a very short period to actually execute the dress. So I was making a 3-in-1 dress, so I had to cut the ball part, I had to cut the upper part, I had to cut the skirt part, and I had to cut the kneecap part, because as you can see, the dress has like a ball, a detachable ball, it has a skirt and also a kneecap. So cutting it was in different bits and different parts, if you get what I mean. For the details of my dress, I had to get small assistance from Pinterest. Pinterest is an app I really love that gives, I don't know, it's a really good app for a fashion designer. If you're a fashion designer and you don't have Pinterest, you might want to reconsider getting Pinterest. So if you want to try and put a dress together, you already have something in your mind and you want to like piece it together, like just piece the dress together, Pinterest is a good app to use. So for the details of my dress, it had a Queen Anne neckline. It was like a Queen Anne neckline. It had a mesh sleeve, and the mesh sleeve had like detailings of crystals, and then it was a bustier dress. I'm not really a fan of corset, so it was a bustier dress, and then it had inner corset, but it had a zip at the back. So inner corset and zip, because I didn't really want the tie to be shown at the back, so I wanted a dress with zip, but then it had inner corset. Then it was the inner part of the dress was a play suit. Yeah, it was a play suit for the inner part of the dress, and I used lace fabric for it. I had to use the lace placement method. So that's what I did for the inner part of the dress. Then the skirt was just like a normal skirt that I wore on the nika. What I did was that I made sure the skirt was free enough to be able to fit directly on top of the nika and then the ball dress. So that was like the details of my dress. So what I did was that on the first day I did the cutting. Obviously, that's after I had sketched and sourced and everything was approved. I did the cutting, because I know you'll be wondering, how did I do it in 4 days? That's why I'm giving you the breakdown of how I did it in 4 days. On the first day I did the cutting. The second day, when I started sewing, I started with the inner part of the dress. I had cut everything. I started cutting the ball first. I cut every other thing, but I started with the inner part of the dress. I started sewing the skirt. I started sewing the inner part, and then I moved to the ball, and it just progressed like that. The last day was, I had to start doing emergency just to make sure everything was okay, and I'm really excited that it turned out well. So let me move to the story of my light. Now, till today, I still say that I appreciate my tutor, Miss Bimbo, so much for making sure I use that light, because I was almost discouraged using the light because it didn't turn out the way I wanted. I didn't use the light I wanted to use. I didn't really see what I wanted, so I had to improvise, and it was kind of difficult, or will I say it was kind of discouraging. I feel like it was kind of discouraging. So what happened was, I had gone to the market, like she stated, asked the people that sell lights, but none of them had any idea. Like they didn't. It was like I was talking rubbish when I was explaining to them I want to put the light on their wedding dress, and they was like, they were looking at me like, is this one okay? So it was very discouraging. But then I saw a light that I felt like was going to be okay, and I was like, I think I can use it. I just tried it out. I showed my tutor, and she was like, okay, let's do it. On the day I was supposed to do like our presentation, I was having cold feet because the light I had not fixed the light into the ball at that point. It was still detachable, but it was a rechargeable light, and she was like, I used the light. I was like, are you sure? And she made sure I used the light, and the creative director of my fashion school loved it, and that was how I had to fix the light into the ball, and it became 18. That was how the light became. That was how big life became 18. I was really excited. It was the video we took on the day we did the presentation. That was the video that later went viral, but I am still very, very grateful that I did not have cold feet. I did not let my cold feet make me to not use the light. So that is it. I think that's like the just touching base. So what I'm going to do is that I don't want to make this video too long. In the next video, I'm going to list out all the fabrics, all the materials I used for the dress. I am going to tell you the exact kind of light I used for the dress. I'm going to tell you how much everything cost me. So basically materials and everything I used for my dress, and how much it cost me, the amount I used, the yard, step by step of what I placed into the ball dress that gave it that effect. So you may want to stick around for the part 2 of this video, and yes, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and let me know if you're interested in the next video, so that it will give me ginger. It will ginger me. But yeah, I've come to the end of this video. In the next video, I'm going to be telling you every other thing about how I made the dress, every other thing you want to know. And if you have questions that would help for me to give you the details in the next video, then let me know. I already have some questions from people that I'm going to answer in the next video. But if you have more questions, anything you want to know at all about my wedding dress, don't forget to drop the question on this video, and I will give you your response. So see you in my next video. Until then, keep winning, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up and share this video to who it may be helpful to. And then you also may want to turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified when I drop the next video. So